What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please click that subscribe button below. Also, click that bell for notifications on when new content drops. And if you like this video, what we're about to discuss today, please give this video a thumbs up if you found this video informative. Also, if you have anybody that might be interested in learning about any of this stuff, please share this video with them. It's greatly appreciated as always. So today we're going to talk about running gear that I use on my runs, whether it's long run, short run, whatever. These are some of the things that I use. So the first thing that I want to go on there is the basics, your shorts, shirts, and headgear. So we're going to kind of start from, I'm going to say the head down. So the top of the list, I think, is a good running hat. Now this one is a Puma, but I've got like probably 8 other hats. The good things are it's lightweight, it's breathable, and typically you're going to have some sort of sweatband built into the hat. The brim of the hat's not going to be like solid like you get on a typical baseball hat, but you really just want it to be able to block the sunlight when you're going out for a run, or in my case, I actually tend to run backwards with the hat. There's a couple reasons for this. For me, I've noticed that when I sweat, the sweat will actually follow around back and then kind of drip off the back of the brim. Sounds disgusting, I know, but that's kind of where it starts for me, is with a hat. Now, I typically go for these bright hats because it allows me to be a little bit more visible to drivers, motorists, all those kind of things. I want to be visible. So I tend to go with bright colored hats. It also reflects sunlight. Here in Florida, it gets really hot. We have a lot of sunlight. So reflecting that sunlight is vitally important. So most of my hats are either this like kind of bright yellow, bright green reflective, or they're white. So that's typically my hats that I use. Now, the other side of it is sometimes it gets a little too hot that I don't want a hat on my head because it's just way too hot. I want it to breathe. So I've got these headbands that I think you guys have seen me wear, but I got these headbands on Amazon, and they do a really good job of wicking sweat away from your eyes and just kind of, they're not really like super absorbent, but they just kind of wick that sweat away from your eyes, which is, you know, just as important in my opinion. So yeah, I've got these. You can pick these up relatively cheap. I think I picked up, it was like a 3-pack, and they were like $10 for 3 of these things. So these are very important to me as well. Not heavy, they're really light, but they work really well. So another one for me is, and this is probably the most versatile piece of gear that I actually own, is a gaiter. And why would you be saying that this is the most versatile piece of gear that I have? Well, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can wear a gaiter for running. So obviously in cold weather, you can use a gaiter for going around your neck, protecting your neck. But you can also use a gaiter to kind of come up above your head, right? And use it to kind of protect your ears in cooler, maybe not cold weather, but cooler weather, and still protect your neck as well. You can also use it to kind of cover up your face as well. And that way, you know, protects your mouth, protects the tip of your nose, and protects your ears when you're out on some of your runs in colder weather. But this is where things get really kind of cool, is you can use it as a sweatband, okay? So now, just like I had right there, I had a sweatband. Now you can use this as a sweatband. You can also pull this over the top if you want to kind of protect the top of your head a little bit. You can do that as well, but still use it as a sweatband. But here is probably one of the biggest reasons why I like this, is a little trick that I learned with these things is take your gaiter, kind of fold it, you know, kind of scrunch it up a little bit, go around your wrist, twist over your hand, let it go, right? And now, okay, now it's securely on your hand, don't have to worry about anything, right? But as you're running, You can now sweat, wipe away some of your sweat, get it out of your eyes, all that kind of stuff. Use this as a sweatband around your wrist. Works really good, functions really well. You can use the palm of your hand, you can use the backside, either way, but it's really nice to have one of these on you. But you can also, again, just carry it on you as a kind of a sweat towel if you need to stop, or at any point during your run, just kind of wipe away some sweat. You can always just carry this on you, but having it around your wrist, you can take it off at any time, use it as a sweatband. It's really, to me, one of the most versatile pieces. These things are really cheap. You can pick them like, $5 each, or, you can get like 5 of these for like $20. I mean, they're really just a very versatile piece. I have so many of these in a bin over there, and I think this is very important. So now let's go to shirts. Typically here in Florida, it's very warm, so I don't really get to run. Oh, I forgot. So we're still talking on the head part. Sunglasses, running sunglasses, I think are important. You can go through like Gooder or somewhere else, but don't spend a whole lot of money on these because, in my opinion, they're for running. You're going to get them dirty. You could fall. You could break them. Don't spend a lot of money on them. But these, they have a nice kind of material back here that allows it to grip onto the behind your ears really well. And it also has some grip around the nose so it doesn't move about when you're running. Which is really nice, but they're polarized, so they do protect your eyes. Any way that you can kind of save energy, because your eyes are a muscle, so any way that you can save energy by protecting your eyes from straining too much, you can now focus that energy into your run. So, very important thing to me. Now, again, here in Florida, it's very warm, so typically I run in singlets. This one is from Puma. It's Cloud Spun singlet. I have a couple other ones from Asics and a few other brands of singlets, but I typically run in singlets because it's very, very warm and I'd rather be able to get that heat to escape from my body. So it never really gets cold enough where I have like some super cold running gear. So if you're here for the cold running gear, I'm sorry. It never gets cold enough here. But I typically run in singlets. I like singlets because they're just super breathable. They're light. Moisture wicking, all those type of things. Those are things that I look for. When it does get cool, I do have a kind of pullover that I use that I got from Asics. There's a lot of runners that actually have this particular pullover, but this is one that I typically wear. It's just enough to kind of keep me warm, but it's not enough to like make me just immediately die of sweat when I'm running and it's like 50 degrees outside. So yeah, this is typically what I would wear on some of the cooler days, allow me to warm up. Now I do have some shirts, t-shirts that are running t-shirts, and I also have a couple of long sleeve shirts that are running shirts. But typically I'll put a singlet on and then put this over when I'm going out for a run and it's a little bit cooler outside. So now, shorts. Shorts I think are important. I think shorts, especially if you're a beginner runner, I think shorts are really important. It's kind of a good investment. Now these ones, again, kind of lightweight, woven type of material is really nice because it's breathable, it's light, easy to move around. You want something with some flexibility in it. It doesn't really, pockets really don't matter that much. If you want a pocket with like energy gels, those are some things to look for. This one does in the back here. It's got a little pocket that you can put some energy gels or something in, but it also has some like side pockets as well. But these ones are a 2-in-1 short, so it actually has a compression short underneath built into the shorts. So you got this thinner, movable, kind of lighter layer on top, and then you got this compression layer underneath. I don't have a whole lot of these type of shorts. I like wearing them, but I don't have a whole lot of these. Most of mine have the built-in inner brief, which I really like those in summertime because, again, it gets really hot. And anything to make your body more breathable is going to make you a little bit better, so being a little bit lighter. You also have different seams, so you got like 9-inch seam, 7-inch seam, 5-inch seam, and then you'll see like a 3 or a 2.5-inch seam. That's really going to depend on how short you want your shorts to be. I prefer a 5-inch seam, I like to be a little bit more breathable because, again, it gets really hot. So breathability is key for me. So getting a good pair or a couple good pairs of running shorts that are light, breathable, and flexible, I think are important for your runs. Now, one last little area is socks. Socks, I think, are important. So there's a couple different socks that you can get. So the first pair that I have are short ankle socks or no-show socks, but these are compression. These are lightweight. They're made by a company called Inspire, and they have compression around the toe area or right behind the toe area, so the ball of your feet, a little bit of arch support compression. These are specific to the right and left foot, but they're light, they're breathable, they're stretchy, but there's not a whole lot of like comfort to them. There's no padding or extra, cushioning underneath your feet. These are kind of more what I would use for like maybe some speed days or something where I'm, maybe getting in a racing type of shoe. This is really what I would use. Now, longer runs, typically I will use these socks, which are long socks. These are full calf compression socks. These are from Pro Compression. These are their marathon socks, actually. And there's compression from the top of your calf all the way down to really the toes. So there's specific compression in your feet, around your heel, your ankle, all the way up through your calf to kind of help you during the run be able to kind of keep those muscles, I guess, in check or increase blood flow in those areas to help you run a little bit longer. So these are the ones from Pro Compression. And then the other socks that I use are cushion socks. These ones are actually made of bamboo or have bamboo material in them, but they are low cut because, again, I'm in Florida, so anything to make you more breathable. But these ones actually do have more cushion underneath the feet. So these are going to be really good for like those longer days, maybe those daily miles, all that kind of stuff. The big thing that you want to stay away from is like those cotton socks. Cotton socks, even though they might be super comfortable, they also don't breathe very well. They don't wick away sweat very well. They can usually cause some blistering, so just keep yourself aware for it. Go with something that's more like a polyester or a synthetic material base, and you're really going to notice that they kind of help you a little bit better on some of those runs. But again, these ones have bamboo in them, and they're super, super comfortable and super soft and very breathable, and they do everything that I want them to. The last part that I'm going to get into is hydration. Hydration is a big thing for a lot of runners. So for me, this kind of starts out with this little water bottle right here, okay, a little handheld. It's got some grip on the inside. You can kind of wrap it around your hand so it doesn't kind of go anywhere, right? And you got a little pouch right here on the front that you can either put like maybe a set of keys, ID, something like that in here, or you can put energy gels in here. That's typically what I do, is put energy gels in there. But this is, it's only, a couple 100 milliliters, I think. It's nothing huge, but it's just enough. For most of my runs that I do around the neighborhood, just carry this thing with me because, again, when it gets warm, you really need to keep some sort of hydration with you. So usually I'll put either a mix in here or just fill it with some like Gatorade or Powerade. I know that's not really the best for you, but it's something, gives you some electrolytes while you're running. And it doesn't have, when you open this up, it has a valve in there that doesn't allow water or your fluid to just kind of squirt out at random. You really have to, kind of work with this to get fluid out. It's not a bad thing, but it just makes it better so you don't lose your fluid, but yet also a little bit more difficult when you run. If that makes any sense, thank you. But yeah, something small. You don't need to have anything major for most of your runs. So something like this, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Again, this is from Inspire. I actually picked this up at Walmart. So Walmart's kind of come through with me for some decent running gear, surprisingly enough. The socks, the Inspire socks that I got, also from Walmart as well. You just have to go to the sporting goods section at Walmart and you'll find decent running socks there. I'm telling you, they have some decent stuff there. Same with the water bottles. And this little tidbit right here, a hydration pack. And again, you don't have to have anything fancy. This one's really nice because it's actually very breathable. You can see it's got the hose that goes around the shoulder strap right here. It does buckle together, but it is a very, very nice piece. You got some extra pockets on here that you can put some energy gels or keys or whatever that you need for your run. You got some extra pockets down low on the shoulder straps that you can put either extra water bottles in, or you could put, again, more energy gels or something to, snacks or something to keep you going on your run. Same on the other side. You don't have the extra pocket, but you do have this little thing right here as well. Now this one is, I think, 1,000 milliliters of fluid pack in the back that you just fill up, and it's really easy to work with. The pouch comes out and you can refill it using that little guy right there. And again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I think that's the big thing is, a lot of people say, oh, you got to spend a lot. You don't have to spend a lot of money on gear like this. You can typically pick this up at Walmart, and as you can see, it's got reflective material all throughout to make sure that you're visible in low light settings. So again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. These are just some things that I run with. You don't have to purchase all of this stuff. Also, if you're in colder climates, you may want to invest in like some running pants and some of the extra running gear that you don't see on here because I live in Florida. So yeah, we'll kind of leave it at that. So guys, this is just some stuff that I use on some of my runs. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like this, found this informative, please give this video a thumbs up. Also share this with your running friends if anybody might be interested in some running gear. And never pay full price for running gear this time. And so search for those bargains. As always, guys, enjoy the run, and I'll see you next time.